Guys, one thing we've been seeing in our central athlete assessment is the difference between knee flexors and hip flexors in one of our assessment pieces called the accordion. So what I do when I have a client perform the accordion is I can say, hey Justin, I want you to lower yourself in whatever means feels necessary, bending both your hips and your knees and lowering yourself down to the ground. Okay, just do a rep and kind of hold it there. When Justin performs that, you can see that there is a good amount of knee flexion and not a lot of hip flexion. Okay, when I do the same, you can take a break. When I do the same thing here and I lower myself to the ground, I naturally kind of lower myself kind of like this. So a lot of hip flexion, but not a lot of knee flexion. So when we take Justin into a dorsiflexion assessment as well, we're gonna just measure the angle between the ground and his shin right here. So I'm going to measure what that says. All right, and he's got about 45 degrees right there. Okay, when you measure myself,
it's about 25 degrees.
Okay, about 25 degrees. So kind of the line in the sand that we've drawn is about if a client has over 45 degrees of dorsiflexion, they may be more apt in life to pick things up, kind of like that kind of knee flexion position where there's a good amount of knee flexion, not a lot of hip flexion. Moving into program design after you've assessed those clients, some of the things that we would want to work on is because Justin is very anterior dominant in the way that he moves. So let's see you perform a full squat. So Justin has the capacity to keep a pretty upright torso right here. Versus myself, it's going to kind of look like one of those low bar back squat, one of those strongman guys lifting, right? And this is kind of what my squat looks like, right? So my torso is very inclined down to the ground, okay? So for myself, I'm gonna be wanting to do a lot of anterior development. So front squats could be a great exercise to choose. Goblet squats could be a great exercise because that's gonna help counterbalance and allow my torso to sit upright while maximizing the amount of dorsiflexion that I have. While Justin needs to do more posterior chain development work because he's gonna be a little bit more anterior dominant. Hope you find this stuff helpful, guys. Let us know if you have any questions, and have a great holiday.